Now, supposedly, you can jump off of here, and if you hit the right spot, you survive it because the water is deep, but it's not. It's a pretty narrow spot. But you know we have to try it, right? Okay. Alright, welcome back everybody to Conan Exiles. I'm the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we got a lot of fun stuff planned. Our main goal is going to be to go up north, scout out a permanent base location, hopefully hit Mounds of the Dead, and get some Cimmerian Berserkers, and go up into the snow and get some black ice. Whether or not we get to all of that in this episode remains to be seen. But as you can see, we have a sandstorm. And when the sandstorm comes, we'll get up to 3 sand demons. I know that's not what they're actually called, but that's what I call them. And so, yeah, we just killed those, and we get the sand beast biogland from them, which is a special item for something. I can't remember what it is, but it's a reagent for something, or an ingredient. And yeah, so I've got some clips to show you guys, get you upgraded or updated on. Let's get inside. The storm's going to dissipate here pretty soon, depending upon where I stand in my house. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and first start with horses. So I have looks like the storm is dissipating. Okay, so I went ahead and raised all 3 of the different types of horses. This is a swift horse, this is a sturdy horse, this is a normal horse. If you watched the episode from yesterday, I had looked up on the Funcom forums and on Reddit, and different people were saying different things about whether or not that matters. Some people are saying it doesn't, some people are saying it does. I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter, because all the horses came out with the same stats, and I'll show you on screen here what their stats were when I first pulled them out of the stable. So they all have the same health. The percentage of growth chance was the thing that was different between them, and the swift horse had the highest health. The sturdy horse had the highest strength, but the lowest health and the lowest grit. And then the normal horse was somewhere in between. Which seems weird because the sturdy horse is supposed to be the battle horse, the war horse. So you'd think it would have the highest health and the highest grit. Because on the horse, grit basically translates into how well you can stay in the saddle. So if the horse has low grit, you're more likely to become unseated. And I would think that the swift horse would have the highest agility, assuming that translates into speed, and maybe it doesn't, I don't know. So, my opinion based upon that is that a swift horse isn't really a swift horse, and a sturdy horse isn't really a sturdy horse. I think, they come out with the same exact health, the percentages were different, and they seem to be random, and they don't necessarily seem to match up to swift and sturdy in particular. So yeah, those are my findings. The other thing that happened is that the color of the horse is determined once it grows up. I forgot about that too. So we basically have one pinto horse and then 2, I guess, gray palominos. I think I'm not a horseologist. I might be wrong about that, but anyway, we have 2 gray horses and then the 1 patch horse here. So the swift horse was the first one that I did, so I've been using it. Its health is now up to 18,000. It is level 14. If we take a look at its stats, its first perk is tamed, so it gave it +3 to vitality. And I don't really use the horse for combat, so, you know, having it have high health and is the best thing. And then I have a medium level saddle on it. So yeah, that's the deal. So these 2 are extra horses. We might, if we go by the den on the way to the north, which we might, depending upon which route I take, I suppose. I'd like to see if we can get a camel too, because camels can, you know, you can use them. Actually, you can either use them as mounts or you can use them as beasts of burden. But even the mount version of the camel has quite a bit more storage space than the horse. So the horse has 10 slots. I think the camel has 15 or maybe even 20. So it'd be good to get a camel for transporting stuff around. Okay, so that takes care of the horses. I got a couple other clips to show you as well. So interesting news about the dregs, because I went back there to farm the bosses, and I got in there. The sound cut out. I got into the, past the first chamber, and my thralls didn't teleport to me because I had jumped up on this ledge, and then I got surrounded by a bunch of the undead skeletons, and they killed me because they basically pinned me, and I couldn't get away, and I didn't know they were coming because I couldn't hear them because I was around a corner. Long story short, I was killed. When I went back into that dungeon, the sound worked for the whole thing. So I was like, okay, is there a correlation there? I don't know. We're going to have to test that theory. But the sound worked. So anyway, I ran the dungeon again, and when we got to the spider boss, I found this. So yeah, we got this graceful knight. I guess it's a katana. It doesn't. If it's a katana, it acts like a katana. In fact, I'm sure it is in terms of its weapon type in the game, even though it looks a little bit different than your traditional katana. But this weapon rocks, you guys. I mean, it absolutely annihilates stuff. And I'm not exactly. It must have something to do with just the way katanas work in this game. Because, you know, it only has 64 damage, which is decent. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad, and 14 armor pin, but for some reason, this thing just kicks the shit out of stuff. So I really love this weapon. It's not the best katana in the game. There's at least 2 more, I think, that are even better than this one, but man, I'll take it for now. So yeah, it does some serious damage. So we're going to be using this as our main melee weapon, aside from, of course, the daggers. Now, when I killed the boss, I also got a new mace, which I gave to Arnos of Cimmerian, so it's the Unintelligible. That has 63 health damage and 29 armor pen, 1100 durability. And yeah, there you go, Unintelligible. And then I also found a bow upgrade. So we got Bessie's bow, and it does 26 health damage, 9% armor penetration, and it has power draw. I'm not exactly sure what power draw means, other than it probably, my guess is that it probably does even more damage when you do power shots than a normal bow would. And so it's quite a bit of an improvement over my ancient bows, because the ancient bow only does 22 health and 8 armor, and this is 26 and 9 armor. So that was a nice little bow upgrade for us. And I'm gonna go to the dregs. We're not going to do that in this episode, but I'm going to go to the dregs again. Allow myself to be killed at the entrance if the sound works, and then see if the sound works again. And if it does, then we'll run the dungeon. I'll do it on camera again for you guys, because I said I would do that if if it fixed. And, of course, those of you who don't really want to see me do it again, you can just fast forward to the end of it. But we're not going to do that in this episode. We've got too many other things to do. Okay, let's see. What else? Then I went around with one of my... I still have one more thrall to completely level... Arnos. So I took Arnos, just Arnos with him. I didn't take anybody else. Went around and killed the world bosses. And so basically, my route for that currently is that we go to Hanuman's Grotto and we kill... the dude in there. I'm farming him to try and find, more pieces of Silent Legion armor. I have quite a few pieces. Let's take a look. So I got 3 chest pieces. 2 of those I got off the guy in Hanuman's, and then I found one off of a relic, treasure hunter, relic seeker, or whatever the hell it is, in the unnamed city, because I've been back there a couple times farming and leveling. So I got 2 pairs of boots, 3 pairs of chests, and I have the 1 leg piece, but I still haven't found the gloves or the helmet yet. So I'm farming that stuff, and then this is not legendary armor, so we should be able to repair all of it. I probably won't use it myself, because I'm an agility build. But what I can do is I can take it and use Fashionist to make it look like I'm wearing it. In fact, let's try that just to see what it looks like, even though I don't have the full set. So let's grab the boots, the chest, and the legs. And what we'll do is we'll put the chest piece here in the torso slot. We'll put the boots in the boot slot. And the legs in the leg slot. Okay, so... I mean, it looks kind of cool with the assassin's mask. It's just that the hand pieces don't really match so well. Just trying to think if there's something else we could possibly do with that. So again, it just makes it look like I'm wearing the armor, but I'm not actually wearing the armor. So let's look in here for a second. The horned heavy plated helmet. That thing looks awesome. Alright, so I'm just kind of looking through these armors here real quick to see. Wonder if the bear shaman would be a darker colored. Or there's even just these ones, which could potentially work. There's the Poitan Cavalier gauntlets, but they're going to be more silvery. They would give us follower damage and concussive damage. What's this? No, I don't want the Skelios. Cultus. Ooh, the Slave Forged might work. In terms of just the look. They're gonna be black, but they're also gonna be a little shinier. Unless we did like the sacrificial shackles. Those could work too. Let's actually make these. And we'll see how they look. Okay. So, we'll put this in the fashionist slot here. I mean, that could work. It doesn't stand out like a... it's not an obvious mismatch like the other gloves are. Yeah, let's go with this look for now. And again, we're still wearing the Dark Templar set, and I'll talk about this Numidian helmet in a second. But it looks like we're wearing most of the Silent Legion, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we'll put this over here. Let's see, what else do I have to show you? All right, okay, so we were going around and doing the circuit for the world bosses. So I start at Hanuman's, then I go up to the spider boss, which is right here. The one that I killed on camera last episode or the episode before. And then we travel up to the Oasis, which is right here, and kill that croc, because that croc boss is the same as the croc boss down at the pond. It's same moves, same health. And I've already soloed. And by the way, when I say I have to solo a world boss, it just means I have to solo a croc boss. And then if I run into more, because there are at least 2 more, I can do them too, because they're really just the same thing. So, okay, so yeah, we go up to the Isis, we do the croc boss, then we come around this river until we get to Cimmerian Cavern. And then there's another spider boss. It's the same spider in terms of the, you know, the moves and all of that in here. So I went in there, and when we got into Cimmerian Cavern, I found a couple of really cool pieces. So after we killed the spider boss, I found the Numidian. So this helmet, it's got this karmic thing, and basically what it does is it repairs your equipped weapon when you take damage. And it's just a medium helmet, so you know, it doesn't have the toughness as the Dark Templar. But yeah, but it doesn't work though with legendaries. Apparently you can't repair legendaries at all. I thought they had changed that because that's the way it used to be, but either they changed it back or I was just mistaken. So you can't repair a legendary weapon, unfortunately. So that's why, you know, hopefully as I continue to farm the spider boss and the dregs, you know, another one of these will drop so we have a backup, you know, because that one will eventually break, right? And then the other thing that we found in the skeleton key chest, that's because there is one in there, is this really cool sword. So this is Jedias Greatsaber, but it's actually a lightsaber, not the Star Wars kind of lightsaber, but literally a lightsaber. So this two-handed sword will light the place up. It doesn't provide the same kind of a light like the torch, but it does provide some light. And check this out. It even kind of makes almost a, I wouldn't call that a lightsaber sound, but it does make a it does make a lightsaber sound, so it's really cool. This is a strength-based weapon, and it does 23 armor pen and 71 health damage with cripple. So it's actually a very good weapon. And Tessa's my star fighter, and she is strength-based. So that is her weapon now. And yeah, so fun stuff. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show you is that after I left the Cimmerian Caverns, I came across a named archer. That's the first named archer I have found in this playthrough. And so yeah, we now have Sorshut Eye Gouger, I guess. And I'm not, I'll take him out and level him, but I'm not necessarily going to use him on a regular basis, just because here again, I'm the archer of the group. But I might, we'll see. But we have him now, and so yeah, we'll equip him with the bow, and I'll take him with me to do some leveling. I'm not going to take him with me now, though, because I don't want to take him up into the north. We need our strongest fighters to go up there. All right, ladies and gents, so there's a couple things we need to do to get ready to go. The first thing is that I need to bring all the materials that are required to build a Wheel of Friendship, because if we do get some Samrian Berserkers, we're going to befriend them up there. There's no way in hell I'm going to drag them all the way back down here. So let's see. Do I have a hammer on me? I don't. All right. I might have even ditched my hammer, so I might have to make another one. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to cut the camera here. I'm going to get all the stuff ready to go that I need to. And when we're ready to set off, I'll bring you back and we'll head up to the north. All right, guys, I think we're ready to go. So I have in my inventory several things of spice food, but we're also taking the Soulspiel shield, which gives us that massive cold protection. So what I think I'll do is we'll get up there when we get to the actual frozen north. We'll take a spice food and see how we do without the shield, because I'd rather use the Graceful Knight or my daggers. But if we're having problems being too cold, then we'll switch to the shield and the hardened steel sword, which should be fine then. I've got extra truncheons for my 3 followers that I'm taking. These are my strongest followers, with Tessa being the strongest. So let's have her follow, and Inika is my second best, and Arik is my third best follower at the moment. Tessa's got the Jediah's Great Saber. Inika has the Unintelligible, and I put an a damage fitting on it. So this sucker does 69 health damage and 29 armor pen for a one-handed weapon. And then Arik's got the Reaver's Axe, which does 67 damage and 15% armor penetration with a fitting on it. Okay. Inside our horse here, I've got all the stuff that I need to make a normal Wheel of Friendship and some extra gruel. And I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and mount up here. And we're going to take off for the north. So, I need to actually think about for a second what route we're going to take. If we're going to go all the way to Mounds of the Dead, which we are, then we could definitely go through Dogs of the Desert Camp, which is here, I think. And that way we can stop off there, talk to the vendor, and get a camel. And then we can get up into the north through this way and then travel here. Or what we could do instead is cross over towards Sepper Maru and then go up through here. But alright, I also wanted to go to the Highlands though too and look for a building spot. So if that's the case, then we should probably go through the Boundary Spillway, so we can kind of scout out the Highlands area. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, let's do this. It's too bad there wasn't a way you could also have your companions ride their own horse. That would be cool. I don't know, maybe there's even a mod for that. I'm not aware of it if it is, but guess not. They'll just have to run behind. While we're passing through here, I believe there's a lore book on the end of this hand thingy. So take a quick look at that. Everybody stay here. Little ghosty. Hand of the Maker. Woohoo! Okay. Harlot's Journal number 9. Pause the screen to read that if you want to. Alright, that's kind of dark. Now, supposedly, you can jump off of here, and if you hit the right spot, you survive it because the water is deep, but it's not. It's a pretty narrow spot. But you know we have to try it, right? Okay. Shit. Okay, yeah, we made it. All right, there we go. We can cross that off our bucket list. All right, there's another croc boss in here that we can stop and kill real quick. Get another key. I love that, oh shit, out of the way. I love that, the sound of that Jediah's Great Saber. Okay. What do we get? 5 perfected heavy. Ooh, 5 star metal bars. Nice. Hardened leather, potent compost, and hardened steel great axe. Okay, cool. And then let's get the skelly key off of you. There we go. And we'll put the perfected padding, and this will just probably take back to base and melt down. Let's also have you hang on to that, and maybe even the helmet too. This item can't be moved. What the hell does that mean? Okay. I don't, wanted to look at something real quick. I thought there was a passageway through here to get through. Is it over here? Alright, well, either I'm mistaken about that, or they changed it, and there no longer is a passageway. I thought there was a tunnel you could get through here, though. But I'm not seeing it, so... Alrighty, then. Let's go. This little narrow canyon here has several of the salamanders that look like iguanas, and they can be good for farming volatile glands. Bone picker can't. Okay, so I think we want to... I don't remember how we get through here. Hey, cut that out. Let's go up this way. There's a boss, a white tiger there that we'll fight at some point. Oh shit, that's a demon tiger. Let's see if he has anything on him that we might want. Well, besides demon blood, I have plenty of that. Yeah, no, we don't want that. It's too heavy for our trip here. Okay, so... Oh shit, tiger. I don't think this is the way through, but this is a place that you could make a pretty cool cave base if you wanted to. Yeah, it doesn't go into the Highlands. But yeah, fun cave base place. I'm sure lots of players have built the base there in the past, especially on a PvP server. This is my first time this far north in this playthrough, so I have to remember where to go for everything. That's not it, is it? No, I'm pretty sure we have to go further this way. Yeah, this is the passageway through here. Okay. Shattered basin. Come on, Haas, you can do it. Look at you. All right. All right, ladies and gents, welcome to the Highlands. And we have a boar up here. Let's wait for our peeps to catch up. Easy there, buddy. Yeah, there's a wolf that's just targeted us.
The wrong fight.
And there's a bear over there. And I'm stuck. Okay. So, one idea that I've had is to maybe build on the cliff up here. So everything wants to eat us. Is that bear gonna attack? Is he must be stuck. Yeah, it looks like he's stuck. Oh shit. Oh, frick. Is that a 3 skull or a 1 skull? It's a big ass boar, man. Guess we're gonna find out. Ah, it's a 1 skull. Okay. Just a demonic. Yeah, so one thought that I had was to build on the cliff here. So to the south, you know, we have the access to the desert, and to the north we have access to the Highlands. Where exactly we would do that, I haven't figured out. I just have that as a general potential idea. And what we could do is build an elevator system, you know, to get up and down on this side. Advantages of that are amazing view. It's just kind of hazy out right now. So we'd have an amazing view, but we'd also have really good access to both the north and the south, you know, with the base in an area like this. And probably would prefer to be more west, though, than east. So we're a little closer to, you know, like the unnamed city, because that's kind of like our thrall leveling area. And we'll also be farming bosses and stuff there. So it would be kind of then, at that point, a matter of just kind of going along the edge of the cliff here and looking for a good spot for that. And of course, that's something I would have to do, or I would do off camera. And then once I figured out this spot, I would show it to you guys. So that's one thing. The one thing I don't like about that idea is that the top of this cliff, at least over on this side, is still, you know, kind of the dry, arid thing, and I kind of want to be more in the green area. Look at all the iron right there. Oh my goodness. There's a bunch of iron there too. So yeah, plenty of iron around. Another place is this lake here. Oh, we got this really nice lake that we could build on. It's rather picturesque with the snowy mountains in the background. And I think, not positive, but I think we might be able to get to the volcano up that way, but that pathway also leads to the caves of Jill, which has some farming we could do. They're like demon birds. And there's a little NPC camp here that we could potentially use for making friends. Little Nordheimer camp there. So that's a possibility. But, you know, right now we're just scouting and looking for possibilities. We're not making any decisions yet. Another possible spot would be by the aqueduct, but up higher. Hey. Was this a named guy? Oh, it was a jailer. Oh shit, Star Metal short sword? Cimmerian steel boots? Oh, that's the other thing. I want to farm some Cimmerian armor too while we're up there. Okay, let's take all of that stuff. Let's see, 51 health, 16 armor pin. 53 health, 16 armor pin. 1350 durability. Well, I don't know what the total durability on this would be. We'd have to repair it. Excuse me, but the hardened steel sword that I have has, you know, an advanced weapon fitting on it. So this star metal sword would probably be just a slight bit better than this one. I don't know what variable means, though. The other thing... Oh, no, I guess this is an agility weapon. I would have expected that to be a strength weapon. Okay, we'll look at it. And then Cimmerian steel boots give 20 health. So these would be really good for one of our peeps. Except for these give strength damage, though. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. And then Cimmerian fur tasset. That's medium armor and gives 20 health as well. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take everything off the horse, and then based upon weight, we'll load him back up. Except for things that I want to keep in my own inventory. Here we go. Okay, so I guess the Samrian armor is health armor, which isn't bad. I mean, definitely nothing wrong with that. Let's just see what she has on her. You know what? Something just occurred to me. Vanir settler boots. That's light armor. Nah, I got tons of those. If there's a jailer in that town, then there's possibly also a prisoner, and sometimes those prisoners can be named. Let our guys take care of this wolf here. Yeah, there's a cage there. That doesn't mean there's anybody in the cage. We'll have to see. Way to run right in front of my arrow. Trapper's cabin. Get away, blood, so I can see what we have here. Just for okay. Take the hardened steel sickle, and the gold. I'm gonna leave the rest of that. There's nobody in the cage. Okay, well, it's worth checking. Steel repair hammer. How heavy is that? Nah, we don't need that. Well, that's something we can make. Okay. Cannot reach mount. What? Alright, let's go up towards the aqueduct. I don't really want to spend time in the Highlands. you know, looking for new friends because we need to kind of save our wheel and all that for the Cimmerian Berserkers. That's what I really want to get. Though there are some really good named, even probably better than Berserkers, named thralls up here that we could go after at some point, but I'd rather kind of have my base at least part way going before we do that.
Curse you! Die!
I like how the wolf says, ah, screw this, I'm going to go after the deer instead. It's funny. Okay, let's take a look at where we are. I want to get up to this lake here. Let's go this way. I mean, one thing I guess I could do is just climb up there. Have everyone teleport. But let's see if there's a pathway up here. Just don't remember. It's been a while. Looks like maybe there is. There we go. So yeah, there's this lake here. We have real quick access to the snow. There's not really... I can't remember though. I don't know that there's any specific resources in the snow over on this end. Like the, you know, the star metal and the black ice. That's the Black Keep over there that we'll be doing at some point. We got a couple Nordheimer folks there. Let's stuck. Come on, guys. Get the fuck out of the way. Go there. Nope. Go there. Nope. I can't mount the horse. Oh, for goodness sakes. Get out of the fucking way. I can't press... Oh, there we go. Okay. I was trying to press E to get them to leave, but I kept opening the horse's inventory instead. Don't want any of that stuff. So, there's Nordies up here. Trying to see... Oh, okay. That guy's a named archer, actually. But I don't want him right now. He'll respawn at some point. Nordheimer Entertainer. Varpnir. We'll take the spiced meat. And I don't remember what we need the heart thingy for. This is light fur. Nah, don't want that. This way to take the jewelry. This is a hardened metal shield. And an Vanner Fur Tasset, which is medium armor. Okay, is this... How does this compare to the one Arik has? 30 health, 11% armor pin. 33 health, 12% armor pin. 3,900 durability. I don't know what the durability on this one is. Okay, well, I think we'll just take it back with us and have it, and just melt it down then. Okay. Really shouldn't be getting so sidetracked with this, or we're not going to finish what I want to do today. Here's a level 1 Taskmaster. Level 3 Dancer. Cimmerian Dancer, advanced weapon. Nah, I don't want any of that stuff. Okay. So, if we did a base here, the wall there is kind of blocking our view of the Highlands, so I'm not a fan of that. Let's swim across to the other side. I'm trying to remember if there's any significant resources. Man, this is deep. Under the water here. There's a camp over there. Is this just... Yeah, that's just yellow lotus blossom. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's eat some mushroom stew. I don't want to eat the spice meat until we need to. This might... I think this place might be called Liam's Camp. And Liam is a very, very good named thrall that we will probably be getting at some point. What's this? Vanir heavy boots. So that's heavy armor that gives stamina. Okay. That aqueduct is so cool looking. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's have everybody come back over here. And just chillax. I'm gonna run down here just to discover this place because I'm pretty sure this is called Liam's Rest. And I just want to get it on the map. I'm not necessarily gonna do anything with anybody at this point. Yeah. Or Leon's Watch. Okay, good. So Leon is... I think he's a guaranteed spawn here. And, like I said, he's considered one of the best fighter thralls you can get in the game. But we're not set up to deal with him yet. So we're going to wait till we have our base in place before we come back after him. But at least we got it, you know, we got it on the map now. Okay, so... I'm not... Man, the view is gorgeous from here, but... You know, with this big wall, spillway wall in the way, that it obstructs our view to the south, I'm not really feeling this place for a base. Though it is pretty over on this side. Okay, let's move on here. should probably spend more time down in this area looking for a place. So, I think let's just move on and get to Mounds of the Dead. And we'll, you know, I'll keep looking around. Somewhere up north here, too, we're supposed to come across Freya. She's one of the 2 heroes in Age of Heroes. And it is my intention to do that content as well. Since we're killing these guys, we might as well see what they have. That is a hardened steel hammer, and we found Coldfish Camp. Great statue of Ymir. No, we're not taking that. Is this a 2-handed job or a 1-handed? It's a strength weapon. Health damage 41. Yeah, I'm sure it's a 1-hander. No, it's a 2-handed. Doesn't seem like a lot of damage for a 2-handed hardened steel weapon. Yeah, I don't know. Well, again, we can melt it down. So it's just easier to recycle everything through here. To put the heaviest stuff on the horse. Don't I even want this? This is medium. Nah, you know what? Let's not even take that. I do want the Cimmerian stuff, though. There we go. Okay. Ancient bow. Nope, don't want any of that stuff. Looks like there's a chest over there we could take a look-see. I'm such a loot whore. We need to get going, man, or we're never going to get accomplished what I want to do in this episode. Set, sacrifice, altar, silver coin, hardened brick. Yeah, no, I'm leaving all that stuff. Well, let's take the silver coin. Isn't going to weigh anything to speak of. Okay, let's go. We have another camp here. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go down here. Get over yourself, elk. Okay, that bridge that leads to the Black Keep is really cold, like deadly cold. But there's also a thingamadoodle. Bridge of the Betrayer. Teleport stone thingy. And I want to test our ability to withstand the cold, because if we can withstand the cold on this bridge, we can withstand it anywhere. You guys are a little irritated with me, aren't you? Doesn't have anything that we want. she's just got another hammer. I'm not going to take it because it's just going to weigh us down. What's the durability on it? It's, yeah, let's just leave that. Okay, so, without the shield equipped and without any spicy food, let's just see what happens when we walk across this bridge. Okay, we're cold. We're very cold. We're extremely cold. Okay, so let's take a spicy food. Now we're warming up. See, we're losing health. Okay, that brought us back down to very cold, which doesn't lose health. What does very cold do? It just makes us more hungry. Okay. So, looks like we can survive with just spicy food. We don't necessarily need this shield. Okay, that's good to know. Let's kill these guys. Oh, we got me stunned. Gossamer, so nope, don't want any of that, and don't want any of that.
Take that.
There we go. I have an obelisk attuned. Okay, that's all I'm planning on doing here. For now. This is the dungeon where we get the recipe to make the Silent Legion armor that we're wearing a semblance of. Okay. Let's head on back over. Alright. If I recall correctly, this area here that has these kind of claw rock formations has a bunch of iron. It's like a really rich place with iron, and yep, you can see it. God's Claw Passage. It's just all over the place. Okay, over here is Asgard? I think it's the big Nord town. And good place to farm thralls, and I think there's maybe a couple of really good recipes in that place too. So having a base near this town would be advantageous. We're not going to go there today, though. So let's go this direction. Skyholm Ruins. I remember farming these towers for friends as well. The ward towers, that's what they're called, yeah. Not really going to do anything here. I'm just looking around for a moment. There's an altar over that way. Okay, let's go down this way.
Taste
Is there a pathway down through here? Yeah, there is. Okay. Looks like more lotus blossom. All y'all are following us, huh? Probably wasn't a good idea for you to do that. What's this? Fiery hot meat soup. Okay, we'll take that. Was it just those two? I thought there was 3 of them. Well, maybe it was just those 2. Alright, let's continue. Up here, there's another one of those, I don't even know what you call them, kind of wooden tree boss thingies. Yeah, that guy right there. And I think there's some lore and stuff with this little arena place too. I don't know if it's main story lore or just side story lore, but that's something we can check out at some point in the near future. Okay, now we're getting into, well, Mounds of the Dead. Okay. So, these ghost dudes will give us corruption. So let's avoid them as much as we can. I'm not going to deliberately go after them. But we want to actually get over to the Cimmerian village. Which is over this way. Alright, here we are. Okay, so what I have done in the past is set up a... Let's hop off right here. And everybody just stay put, and I want you to... Well, you could stay aggressive, but I don't want you to chase more than, yeah, 15 meters should be fine. And it looks like you're on the same settings too. Bring you down. Okay. Here a ghosty over there. Okay, so what I like to do, and have done in the past, is we'll set up our wheel just right over here. Okay, so here's the plan. We're after berserkers in particular. So yeah, everybody follow me except for you. I want you to stand and guard. Just stay by the fire. Okay. And I know we can find them down below in the water. Let's go ahead and pull her out of the way since she's so close to our camp.
Curse you! God take you!
Star Metal Sword, Cimmerian Fur Tasset, that's medium. Spectre Coating. Oh yeah, right. Okay, that's Undead Harm. Hardened Steel Arrow. Yeah, we'll take those. That we don't care about. I'm going to actually just use the bonfire too as a storage for now. And I want to take everybody's weapon away and give them a truncheon instead. You already have one. Okay, I'll carry the weapons with me. Okay, let's go down here. Throat feels dry. Well, it just happens to be some water right here. I also have this elixir of sight. Let's take that. That gives me a plus 30 concussive damage. Probably didn't need to do that, but better to be safe than sorry, right? And then if we go down through here, we should... I believe there's a berserker down here somewhere. That's somebody up above. I think he's over here. Yeah.
I saw something.
Curse you!
Got it. Okay. Let's go around this way so we're not getting hit by that archer. So yeah, these guys are really, really good fighters. Some of the best you can get. Not the best, but very close to the best you can get in the game. So my plan is to grab 3 of these, and they will become our new main fighters, you know, once we get them leveled up. Until and unless we can replace them with, you know, the top tier named fighters. One of which is actually here in this camp. Her name is Delencia Snowhunter, and she's still considered one of the best fighters in the game that you can get. So we will definitely go after her if we find her. You know, something else I should have done before we started all of this is put a bedroll down. Yeah, let's do that. Because if I died right now, we'd spawn all the way back at our new river base, and that would be rage quit time. And we'll just set this right here. There. Now we have a respawn point. Oh, yeah, that would have sucked if I would have forgotten to do that, man. Holy shit. Let's put our build hammer in here. We don't need to carry that around. I want to keep my followers' weapons with me in case I need to give them back to them. Alright, let's go through the camp here, and we're looking for 2 more berserkers or Delencia Snowhunter. Oh my god. Or, you know, if we can find a really good craftsman, we'll take that too, of course. These NPCs are really tough. I mean, compared to anything we've fought so far. Okay, I don't want a normal fighter. See how tough they are? Jesus. I would like to collect their arrows and their heavy armor, though, too. I don't think we're going to collect their medium armor. And anything else, you know, of course, that's worth grabbing. Did I get that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, the other thing, too, is we can get the Tier 4 recipe book from here, which we definitely want to get. Because, among other things, that will allow me to then make... What? That will allow me to make the salted exquisite meat, which is the agility food. Oh, we need a tanner as well. I'll take a tier 3, but I don't want anything less than that.
Who's there? Saw something.
Everybody's just all cluster fucked up here. Take the Cimmerian feast, the numbing wraps, the arrows. Samrian feast gives us 50 armor. Okay. I don't remember which one of these buildings that recipe's in. It could be this one. There's a sorcerer. Who's this? That's a level 2 fighter. Okay. Really tough, man. Stone Guardian, cooked meat, cloth satchel. We'll take the failed page and the satchel. I'm not going to take any of the rest of that stuff. Let's actually do one of these too. Alright. Is there anybody else left in here? Okay, let's check this chest. Honey whiskey. Oh, I hear combat music. Okay, jungle grog is an agility weapon damage, and honey whiskey is just alcohol. Let's take this now, and that will help us do more damage when we have to do the killing. The recipe is a book that we just master weapon repair kit. Now I'm gonna leave that stuff just because we have to be a little bit judicious about what we loot. I don't think the recipe's in this building. I think it's in one of the other buildings, but we're gonna go through the whole camp just to make sure, because I don't remember. Okay, let's go this way. I'm gonna eat and also drink. I think we want to go down this way now. Let me just look over here real quick. There's a dude right there, an archer. You go over the side? Yeah, it looks like you did. Okay. Okay, let's go this way. Is there a chest there? Oh, there is. Purple Otis Lorb. Purple Lotus Orb. I said Otis Lorb. Master Weapon Repair Kit. A hardened steel short sword. This one is 45, 53, 16. That's only 15 because I've got a fitting on this. Plus I got this one off of a boss. So yeah, I think we're going to leave that there just because we don't want to weigh ourselves down too much. Okay, so there's a dude there, and is he the only one in here? I think so. Take the arrows. And I think I'm going to leave the cleaver. Advanced armor flexibility. How heavy is that? 175? No, I can make those, so I don't think I'm going to take it. Okay, you are a level 2 fighter.
A shadow in the mist.
Star Metal Mace and a Cimmerian Steel Pauldron. So that's the first heavy chest piece. So we're going to take that and let's look at the mace compared to, say, you're doing the mace, right? Oh, I guess I have it in my own inventory. So the Unintelligible does 69 health and 29 armor pin, plus it's got shield smash. This is 41 health and 24 armor pin. Okay, so it's not that great, actually. We can melt it down, of course, but let's hang on to it for now. But if we have to toss something, we'll toss that. Okay, let's go this way. Now, I think we got to be careful over here because if I remember right, we're going to get potentially quite a few at the same time. So we don't want to pull a bazillion of them at once. And this is where Delencia can potentially spawn. But certainly not guaranteed. Alright, let's pull this guy. Gets 3 people. Okay. Level 3 cook. There's the jailer. Level 3 fighter.
Friend or foe?
Expect the wrong fight!
Okay. Don't care about the level 3 cook. We will send to the afterlife. There's some more steel boots. And of course we want the key. There's chest and legs. Nice. Okay, you take the chest piece. You take the legs and the boots. So I think the only thing we're missing is a set of pauldrons. And I want to give, you know what? I'm going to take you out too, just because I'm a cruel bastard. But actually, I don't want you. I want your stuff, A, and B, I don't want you waking up on us. Though I don't know that. I think they just disappear when they wake up. Could be wrong about that, actually. Anyway, I think we have everything except for the pauldrons. But I want a full set of Cimmerian armor for our Berserker. Okay, so let's go over here. That would be Delencia. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. It's just a level 3 fighter. Okay. Okay, let's see if she has... No, she doesn't have the gauntlets. She has the tacit. Gets me 1 pound overweight. Trying to see if these guys have anything at all I can... Oh, you know what? We don't want him to have this. I'm just going to toss that. Right, okay. Let's go take a look-see in here. Oh, this might be it. You have acquired new knowledge, alchemical decor. Alchemical decor. Did we... Where do I see the cooking levels that I know? Here, let's just learn these. Armor, religion, sorcery. If we do cooking... I don't know. Thought there was a place that would show us what recipes we know. I'm sure there is. I just don't know where it's at. Journey clan, followers, maps, or attributes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's what we're after, though, because I think it'll say you learned cooking level 4. All right, there's nobody, unfortunately, in the cage. And I don't want any of that stuff. You already possess this knowledge. Again, I'd like to see... How do we know that we have that, though? Weapons, armor, religion... Decoration... It said something about chemical decor or something? I thought. Tavern building. We need to learn that because we have a tavern, a bartender. Okay, well, I'll figure it out later. Let's go. Yeah, there's nobody out here. Looks like there might be another jailer up this way. We have 4 incoming.
Meaningless is your life. You picked the wrong fight.
That's the jailer right there. There we go. Here's our gauntlets. Okay. Can I pick these up without getting overweight? Yeah. Grab all of that stuff. Now we're encumbered. We're gonna have to go back to the... You're a level 2 bearer. We do need a bearer, but I don't want a level 2.
Takes everything.
Okay. I need to go back to our camp and drop some stuff off because I'm too damn heavy. Do any of you guys have room for anything? I'm going to take your extract out and put that in just so I can move. So we'll come back here and continue on from that mound up there. Is that axe lootable? Found hardened steel hatchet. It is. Oh, nice. Okay.
Let us talk quickly before anyone notices.
Okay, I think she's a bartender and I already have one, so... Okay, that just goes back to the first dome. So let's go up here now. I think it might be this building that has the cooking recipe, but I don't remember for sure. Level 3 fighter. Okay. Let's go this way. Can we get through here? Nope, we can't. Okay. Guys, you're killing me. Okay.
Eyes open. There's something out there.
Level 2 blacksmith. There's also somebody over here. Star Metal Shield. He's a level 3 carpenter. With some stutter wraps. Okay, we don't want the mace, we don't want any of that stuff, just that. Okay. Let's go around this way.
You picked the wrong fight!
Never wanted to be here.
short sword. Yeah, I'll grab that. Okay. I'm looking for that recipe. You found a dictionary, language dictionary of something or other, of Hyperborean. All right, pause the screen and read that if you want to. Hardened steel spear, a grease orb. No, I'm not taking that. Okay, I don't see the recipe in here. Let's keep looking. Oh, this is the chicken emote. Learn new emote chicken. Pause the screen if you want to read this. Alright, guess there's nothing in here that I can see. Star metal repair hammer. I guess we'll take that.
You picked the wrong fight.
Take that.
I don't know if there's anything on top of these mounds or not. Okay, so this is the main building and also the last one. The chest here. Master weapon repair kit. Don't want that. We'll take the coin purse. So let's go over here. Gotta be careful because I don't want to get a huge rush. Is everybody in perfect health? Yeah, okay. Some peeps over here. Let's deal with these ones first, just so we don't pull them when we do the rest of the building. Let's just do a Q to take all. We're getting lots of Cimmerian feasts, so that's good. Let's even eat one because we're a little bit hungry. Okay, let's check out the main building here.
You picked the wrong fight.
That's a level 1 blacksmith and level 3 fighter. Take all of that. Okay, got some more coming.
Die.
That's a level 3 bearer. Okay. Let's look around here. There might be someone else in here. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. There we go. Specialist cooking 4. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful. Okay. Go ahead and pause the screen and read that if you want to. Beautiful. Now we can make the salted exquisite meat agility food. There's a sorcerer. Just looking to see if there's any more chests in here. Okay, good. So we did a full round of Mounds of the Dead, or the Cimmerian village to be more precise. Trying to decide if I want to take this bearer. We do need one. And it is a tier 3. Guess we'll take the boots. Why don't we grab it? Him, her, it. Okay, let's get you on the Wheel of Friendship. Alright, so I'm going to be spending off-camera time over here farming this place. In fact, before we take off and get some black ice, another Berserker may have respawned, so let's go check that. Man, they drop a lot of boots, but they don't drop a lot of gloves. Hey, come and be our friend. There we go. This Berserker's 67% of the way done. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we're gonna leave all this stuff here. Let's give you guys your weapons back. Your arc, so you take that. Inika takes this. Tessa takes this. And we're gonna head up into the snow and get ourselves some black ice. Just want to make sure I have all the right stuff with me to do that. Okay, so we're going to head on up into the snow. And if I remember right, I think what we have to do... Well, there's a couple things we could do. We could go to the snow dungeon and just go inside the first part of it, because we can get black ice there. Or we could follow the trail up onto the ridge and get some from up there. I think, excuse me, going up on the ridge is probably going to be mildly safer. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do it that way. Alright, guys, I'm back. I had to log out and go somewhere in real life for a while. And when I came back, my followers went home. It's probably because... Yeah, see, I have Tessa marked on the map. Probably because I didn't tell them to guard. I told them to follow, and when I left, they just went home. So that's the bad news. The good news, though, is that the 2 Berserkers are ready as well as the bearer. So we could just take them up into the snow and have them carry back a bunch of black ice for us. And do some leveling too. So it might actually be a bit of a blessing in disguise that happened. I didn't mean for it to happen, of course. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with these guys, with the armor that we've looted so far. Okay, so oh, you have an iron war axe on you. You've got a star metal war axe. Are these two-handed? No, they're one-handed. Those are pretty nice weapons for them to just come out of the oven with. Okay. So, let's take a look-see in here. We can set 3 of them up in Cimmerian boots. Which ones are the highest durability? That one's 158. Okay, so these 3 boots have the highest durability. Okay, so that gets them in the boots. And then we have 2 chest pieces, rather. So put you in that piece. You in that piece. We have 2 leggings and 1. Okay, you're 2589, you're 2589. Let's take a look at their stats. You have an 80% strength and a 55% grit chance. You have a 70% strength and a 50. Okay, so this one is definitely the better of the two, potentially. So we want to make sure this one is fully kitted out. That's 343, 374. And we'll give you the gauntlets. And I think I'll give you the Numidian helm. And of course you can have the other leggings. And that's all I have, right? For armor? Okay, so as far as weapons go, we have star metal sword, short sword, and a shield, and a spear. We'll compare these to what the weapons they currently have. A steel hammer and that thing. Okay, so the star metal war axe does 43 damage, no armor pin. The star metal sword does 41 damage, but 8 armor pin. The short sword does 51 damage with 16 armor pin. That is definitely the best one-handed weapon that we have. And then we're going to also give you the shield too. We don't have any more clothes other than the boots. I suppose we could try and farm some more of them. These guys are... Well, here's the thing. I mean, these guys out of the box have more health than my fully leveled followers from before. And they've got the Samrian armor for the most part. So yeah, it might be worth our while to just farm up some more of those guys to get these guys some levels A and try and get some more armor. I think that's what we'll do because we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll get them some levels and we'll hopefully get some more armor. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I do, however, want to go get another Berserker as well. So let's grab the truncheons.
Die outside of... Your death will be as meaningless as your
you like.
There we go. Arrow's not working again. Come on. Okay, I think I just crashed. This is a bad place to crash. Fuck. I played like all day yesterday without a single crash. But that was yesterday. Okay, so I came back in right here, which is a weird place to come back in. So it doesn't look like we really lost any progress based upon what everybody's wearing there. So that's good. Okay, good. We got another gauntlets and another star metal sword. Okay, they sure like to drop boots, don't they? Okay, we got another chest piece and another pants. Pantalones. Let's take the light turban, because it's better than nothing. And we'll give that to you. And then, you need these.
The bright giant slain.
There's nobody in the cage. Oh, good. We got more hands. Another short sword. Meaty mashup. I don't know what that gives. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. That's a lot of people. I forgot that there was a bunch of them up there. Well, they're coming now. The jailer we have to kill. I don't think we can knock her out. Okay, I'm actually hurt. We gotta take one of these quick.
The bright joy of slaying.
That's right, these guys aren't doing any damage to her. Okay, come on, stamina.
Your life.
Strike! Why are you not striking? I'm stuck. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't the smartest move on my part. God, I forgot that there was a bunch of them up there. Star Metal Greatsword. Okay. Guess we'll take all of that. Now, are you the bartender again?
Please listen.
Yeah, she is.
Too much time.
We don't need another bartender. Alright guys, we are going to do one more thing before we go for black guys. There's a camp up here, and sometimes Delencia can spawn in this camp. So let's check it. And then we'll be ready to go. Doesn't look like there are any females. Let's see what we do have though. Just a jailer, a fighter, and a smelter. Okay, we'll get that. No, I don't want the rough rafts. I think we'll leave the weapon repair kit too. Alright, we'll take all of that. Okay, there's somebody in here. Let's go ahead and let her out. She's a cook, a named cook. don't particularly need a name to cook, but I guess it didn't cost us really anything. Ooh, look at this. Hardened steel bow. Oh, nice! You know what that means? That means we can get star metal. That was the meteor shower. Okay, so we're gonna get star metal and black ice. Anyway, okay, let's see. That's an upgrade for us. I already have a better one of these. Exquisite meat raw pork. Yeah, I don't think we really need the rest of that stuff. Okay. Let's, in fact, that's a star metal node right there. Let's grab it. That's amazing. I was kind of hoping that would happen while we were here. Oh, you know what? I think we have to have a hardened steel pick to mine this. Yeah. This isn't gonna work, is it? Okay, well, I guess we won't be getting star metal on this trip. That sucks. There's another one up there. You can see the meteorites. Let's go back to the camp, drop this extra stuff off. And what are you gonna do? She has an obsidian spear. That's a reasonably decent weapon. I mean, we'll take her. No reason why we can't have two cooks on our main base when the time comes, right? I'm not going to take her up to the snow biome, though. Alright, Innes, we'll be back. Come on, Harse, move. There you go. Don't get yourself into trouble. Let's go get ourselves some black ice, ladies and gents. Okay, we gotta be careful. There's enemies. That's a demon saber-tooth. Probably better help them with him. Okay. Oh, another saber-tooth. Let's check inventory here, but it's probably just demon blooded, in which case we're not going to take it, because, yeah, we're not taking that. Way too heavy. Easy enough to get. Okay, I got to remember, yeah, I think we want to go this way, up these switchbacks. Take care of the kitty. This is good leveling for these guys, too. These are high-level enemies. Hey, there's a bear cub. Should we grab a bear cub? Why not? We'll tame him up and we'll have our own bear. Who doesn't want their own bear? Alright, let's go. Really? Okay, so far we're not cold yet. Got another level, that's good. It sucks that we didn't get a hardened steel pick. You know what? I bet you I could have used one of those Archeron picks that I had. Okay, we got a little bit of a story thing here. And there's some black ice right there. That's what we're after. We don't really... Well, I think we can use normal ice for cooking stuff, and we do want to take it when we go to the volcano. Let's talk to this guy. No, let's talk to this guy. Can we talk to this guy? Wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody come over here. Or whatever. Yeah.
By the gods of ice and snow, a new dream approaches.
Right.
Oh, little dream.
Hello, little dream.
You are probably not real. I offer you welcome and polite palaver. You are exiled, as am I. Philosopher giant, some call me. I have been called sophist and fool. I am the outcast, and I no longer have a name.
This is where we can go to learn the Emir religion. We might as well. There's no reason not to. Not that I'm going to necessarily do much with it. Okay, there's more conversation here.
I have seen the hoarfrost glittering in the sun. I have heard the wind whispering across the everlasting snows. But with my mind's eye, I have seen the dark universe yawning. I have seen the black planets that roar without meaning or purpose or name. I apologize, little dream. My kin found my philosophizing tedious, and so they cast me out. The frost giants, the children of Ymir, my kin, they do not appreciate abstractions. No one detested my musings so much as our leader, Hrungnir of the Frost. Hrungnir was a creature of instinct. He only existed in the immediate present. Battle and blood, and the steam rising off a slain enemy. These were all he valued. Hrungnir commanded that I cease spouting my philosophies. Cease even to think them. I could not. Hrungnir stripped me of my name. He beat my skull until the fragmented bones avalanched over my eyes. When I awoke, I was banished. In punishment, I remain. I do not believe the exiled lands are real. Do you laugh? Do you think this statement mad? Let us discuss. I submit to you this first point. This place does not quite make sense. It nearly makes sense, but there are strange inconsistencies. At first, I thought the exiled lands were purgatory. Hrungnir, I thought, must have killed me. Then, I revised my position. The exiled lands are a dream. Everything is figment. We are puppets to the bidding of vast, formless things from beyond. Do you not believe me? Let me ask you.
Maybe.
Have you dreamed in this place? I have not. You cannot dream within a dream.
Okay.
Now, little dream, I offer this disturbing observation. You are not me. I do not jest. Think back, little dream. Do you have any clear memories of a time before this place? Can you form a single recollection from childhood? Were you ever even a child? Or did you take form whole cloth when the exiled lands blinked into existence? Nothing is real. There is only empty, frigid space, and you are but thought. I have seen the
Okay.
hoarfrost
So,
glittering
it's
in the sun.
one thing I never liked about
I
this
have
encounter
heard
is
the wind
you look at his
whispering
crotch when he
across
talks to you.
everlasting snows.
So he's pretty cool though. And that's some weird mindfuck stuff to be thinking about.
Dark universe yawning. I have
let's
seen the black planets that
let's do that for a
roll without
screenshot.
meaning or purpose.
Okay, I like that.
Name.
All right, let's get out of here.
Apologize, little friend.
So we're all in the Matrix, basically. I'd leave these guys alone, but they're not going to leave us alone, so... And there's some black ice. All right, finally. So what this is going to do, for those of you who don't know, is it's going to get us into the hardened steel tier. But we're not going to stay there for long, because as soon as I can make a hardened steel... Oh, wait. No, I guess that's just ice. As soon as I can make a hardened steel pick, then we're coming right back here to get star metal. Oh, and we are cold. Okay, so if I equip my shield, then we're protected from the cold. So we'll just keep this shield going and we'll be fine. It was nice that we found that. Let's take one of these to top our health back off. Okay, so we're gonna have... Shit, there's star metal up here too. That sucks that we missed that, but can't do anything about it. Showtime.
Your life.
Did these guys give us black ice? Or just ice? Ice, and stone, it looks like. Okay. I definitely don't want the stone. There's some black ice over there. Oh. The fuck is that? I don't remember that from before.
Outsider.
That must be new. How come he's not attacking us? I have no idea what that thing is. Pretty sure that wasn't in the game before. When I used to play. Oh, this gives us blood crystal. Okay. That's a new... Yeah, that is new. There wasn't blood crystal in the game before. I'm not even sure what we use this for. I think we use it to make, like, high-end weapons or something. Alright, let's have you start carrying some of this heavy stuff. There's some black ice there. Here we go. I'm not going to take more than, say, 2 stacks of normal ice. Just don't think we need that much of it. I'm going to try this again. Yeah, damn it. Not going to work. That sucks. I mean, we'll be able to get it later. It's just that the meteor shower, in my experience with this game, sometimes you have to wait a while for it to come. But come it will. Okay. If we continue following this ridge, there's more black ice and more enemies to fight. So let's do that. To get some more levels on these guys and to get some more black ice. I don't remember if there's any... No, I don't think so. There might be, but let's just go this way. If you go way down into that valley, that leads to the Frost Dungeon, which we will be doing later. Yeah, there's more star metal down there. It's too bad we didn't have a pick drop from one of the Cimmerians. That would have been nice. But like I said, we're gonna completely, aside from making a hardened steel pick, we're gonna pretty much just skip hardened steel altogether and go right to star metal. Assuming I can, you know, get it again fairly soon. Alright, let's just keep on going. If we kept on this path, we could eventually get to the volcano, but we're not equipped to go there yet. We could probably survive there for a little bit with the ice that we have, but there's not really much point in doing that at this point. Okay, we got more black ice and more enemies here. So let's get this all done. Let's get this guy too. Okay. By the way, this is where we are at. For anybody that's curious. I think that's normal ice. This is black ice. The normal ice is kind of dark shaded too, so it's easy to mistake it for black ice. I think that's all of it. Or it's certainly enough of it, put it that way. Alright, let's just go all the way to the end of the ridge. This is going to actually make me kind of cold. Oh yeah, okay, here, let's eat a spiced meat to counter that. Because I can't have my shield equipped when I'm on the horse. At least I don't think so, can I? As long as we don't get extremely cold, we'll be fine. If we get very cold, it just makes us consume food a little more quickly. Okay, and now we're back down to normal cold. I don't think there's any more black ice past this point, but let's just go discover the entrance to the volcano for the hell of it. Oh. Guess we don't want to step in that lava flow. Okay. We're gonna go from extreme cold to extreme hot here. Oh, fuck. That's hurting me. I thought it was hurting the horse. Okay, here. So we're still cold. What? There isn't even any lava there. Why does that keep hurting us? Okay, hold on a sec. Do we have to go... I think we have to go all the way down there. Well, here, let's go... There's still lava here? It's like the lava wasn't showing up. I think it's there, but it doesn't... We can't see it very well. trying to remember. Where do we go from here? Oh, yeah, it's up here. Okay. So we'll just go far enough up for it to say you've entered the volcano area or the hidden way. But when we start all of a sudden heating up really bad, then we got to turn around. I mean, I know, again, I could take ice, but there's nothing I want to do here right now. We're not really ready to do anything here. So now it's going to start getting hot. The one thing, I guess, should I try and run to the obelisk? It's... I don't remember where it is. I think it's maybe in this area. That's kind of a long ways to run. Let's not. We'll do that another time because I don't want to risk losing all of this black ice that we just went to all this trouble to get, you know? Okay, so. Mount up. What are you doing? Get on the horse. You won't get on the horse. That was weird. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave... Oh, I forgot to tell you, but I nabbed another level 3 dancer, too, from the Cimmerian village. Just because... Oh, we gotta be careful going down here, man. Just because she has quite a bit more health than the one that I got in the desert. And I want a battle dancer. Someone we can take into battle to... You know what? I'm going to get off the horse because this is so steep here. Let's get this back out. And we'll go carefully. So anyway, what I'm going to do is... We're going to go home. I'm not even going to go back to Mounds of the Dead. Because, for one reason, we can't, we can't have more than 4 followers at a time. So, I guess what I could do, though, is I could get the 3rd Berserker and the Dancer and just keep them in my inventory. That way we could bring them back to the base and get them leveled, and we would just have to leave our cook there until later. Just trying to decide what the most efficient thing to do is. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because then I can take and get that other Berserker leveled. You know, just take him like into the unnamed city or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And off camera, I'm going to keep looking around here in the Highlands for where we're going to do our permabase. And I'll probably won't bring you guys back until I've made that decision. Because, you know, I'm not going to record myself hemming and hawing trying to figure that out. And then, of course, once I have made that decision, I'll let you guys know where that location's going to be. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. My God, that's steep. No wonder we were taking damage coming down this thing. Okay, we got to go carefully. See you guys later. Bye-bye.